how I've built a top 5, one of the biggest podcasts in South Africa. Good morning, my hustlers, brothers and sisters. Sharing love and blessings to all of you. Vugani, Iskatsuyo Hasela, go big or go home. Put together some notes on how one has been able to do well on this YouTube platform and how one has grown to also distribute their content on other platforms as well. I know that I've been sharing this a lot of times. I've recorded a lot of videos where I speak about how I've grown my YouTube, but it's something I'm not going to stop doing because I want as many of you guys as possible to have a voice, build your own platforms, monetize them, start making money out of them. You don't have to be also a podcaster to grow a YouTube platform. It doesn't matter whatever you're passionate about, whatever you're doing, whatever you'd like to focus on as your niche, you can grow and build an incredible platform. You need to remember, Mina, this YouTube platform of mine is almost 100,000 subscribers. The podcast that I started 3 years ago is now on 200,000 subscribers. And by the end of this year, it'll easily be on 300,000 subscribers. But a lot of people are asking me, how did you do it? Okay, here are some notes on some of the things that I've had to do to grow my platform. Number one, to build a YouTube channel that thrives. I'm going to say YouTube channel instead of a podcast. So when I say YouTube channel, I'm trying to accommodate everybody else that just wants to share content and grow their YouTube platform. Anyway, to build a YouTube channel that thrives, you need something that we call a 70% 1 minute retention rate. It's very important what you say the first 1 minute of your videos. It's much more important what you say the first 10 seconds of your videos. It's even much more important what you say the first 3 seconds of your video. That's what we call the 70% 1 minute retention rate. Like, are you going to grab these people? Because these people, they look at things like thumbnails, they look at things like titles, and then they click on the video. But once they click on the video, what is it that is the thing that you'll say in the opening of the video to catch us? For instance, you clicked on this video, and what did you hear me say? The first thing that I said is, how did I build a top 5 podcast in South Africa? Some people call it the second biggest podcast in South Africa. Others are saying it's the third biggest. Others are saying it's the fourth biggest. But it's arguable. It's definitely a top 10 big podcast, or it's a top 5 big podcast. But what you can't deny is it is one of the biggest podcasts in South Africa. And it yields influence. And ours is a clean type of content podcast. And ours we don't do controversial content. Controversial content tends to draw a lot of engagements, get to a lot of people. It tends to get a lot of people talking about your content, and then it turns to sort of trend also, where it even gets you more engagements, more views, etc. But to take a platform like ours, where you're just doing clean content, that is not controversial, that doesn't have gossip, that doesn't have any type of cloud chasing, that is actually educational and positive, and take it to the levels at which we've taken our podcast, the Hustlers Corner, where it's at right now. It took a lot of things that one and the team we've had to do to take it to that level. And those are some of the things that I'm applying on this channel as well. Okay, let's go through it. That 70% 1 minute retention rate is the gold standard, guys. Hold your viewers' attention for that first crucial minute, and you've won half the battle, as I've just said. The first 20 seconds, you put in your hook. What is your hook? Depending on the type of content that you do, what is your hook? What are you selling? Maybe do you sell energy drinks on your platform? Or maybe let's say if you had a MoFi platform, would you say something like, how to have a 24-hour day? See, that's an opening statement. It's one line, punchy. I've already grabbed them. That's a hook. That's what we call a hook. So the first 20 seconds are very important. You come with a hook. A good first impression is crucial. That's what my notes say. Make the first 20 seconds of your video pack a punch with any of these. Number one, powerful opinion. Number two, a sentence context, like what I've just made you an example about now. And one sentence to raise the stakes, what I've just made the example about again as well. Like, want to know how I get my 24-hour day? See, That's an opening line. That's a hook at the same time. Gets you interested. It's at the beginning of the video. You have to get it right so you can hook them, so they can stay. Have you ever seen that you watch some content online and they only get to say what the video title or what the thumbnail title is about only towards the end of the video? And you're like, when are they saying this? But it's because they hooked you like that. And when they open the video, they said that thing again to hook you. But they only talk about that towards the end. They're very good at doing that. And those are some of the tricks that you also have to learn and you have to use. If you get it right, trust me, your viewers are not going to want to click away. You got to establish credibility. Once they're hooked, you have to reel them in. Nothing does that better than credibility. What is your credibility in your space? What is your credibility in your niche? And what is your niche? Choose a niche. What is a niche? A niche is something I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about personal development. I'm passionate about education. I'm passionate about inspiration. That's why when I speak, I'll do wisdom, I'll do tips, I'll do advice, I'll do positive content, I'll do encouraging content, I'll do inspirational content, I'll do educational content, because that's me and that is my lane. What is your lane? So choose a niche and stick to it. And when you do choose a niche, you have to be credible in that space. What makes me credible in my space? It's the work that I've done. People know that I've written best-selling books. People know that I've started many companies that have failed. But people know that I've succeeded as a TV presenter, radio host. I've worked for some of the biggest radio stations in South Africa. I've started my own radio stations. I've started companies from scratch. So I am credible when it comes to giving advice on wisdom, inspiring people, educating people, encouraging people, empowering people. Run an education foundation for over 10 years. Got track record of kids that we took to school. So if you're from South Africa and you've lived here the past 20 years, you'd be lying if you say you don't know my work. So one has established credibility in the space. But I'm not saying you have to go work hard also for 20 years to establish credibility. No. It has to be something that you're passionate about. I don't know what it is. As I like making examples, man, like say you're a dancer and you're a good dancer. So if you're going to do content on dancing or on dance tutorials, people have to see that you can dance. You can't be telling me or motivating me all the time, but you're not successful yourself. No, you have to be credible in that space in what you're talking about so that there's that believability aspect. Very, very important, guys. All right, let's continue. Establish credibility. Once you hook them in, you reel them in. Nothing does that better than credibility. You add a few sentences demonstrating your expertise, like what I've just said now. You know, I could have said this at the beginning of the video for those who don't know. Guys, you know, sometimes I give advice and then some people say, hey, why do you like making yourself an example? Why do you like talking about yourself? It's because of the very same reasons. I'm giving credibility. Remember, guys, we're on the internet. Majority of the people that are watching this content are not from South Africa. Or they might just bump into this content. They're not from South Africa. They don't know a DJ Sbu. So that's why from time to time, I'll put in some of the things that I've done. I'll put in, you know, some things that sort of establish credibility as far as I am concerned. So it's very important that you do the same as well in your niche, in your space. Titles and thumbnails. What you title your video, I see some other people, you know, they end up becoming what people would call cloud chasers, where on how you title your video and what you write on your thumbnail, it could be what they call cloud chasing, where your video is not necessarily about that, but you're trying to hook people in. I think if your conscience allows you to do it, do it. As long as you know that it's not something of where you are lying to the audience, where you are cloud chasing cloud chasing at somebody else's expense. You can criticize people, but somebody like me believes in positive criticism. But there's other people who say, yeah, but there's freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want to say. This is the internet. I don't believe in that. I believe in clean content and I don't believe in lying to my audience. But yes, I'll use certain attractive titles. Maybe, for instance, let me go to any one of the videos that one has done in the past right here on my YouTube platform. Maybe let's see what video I titled what. What did I say? How did I title that video to get you guys hooked in? Something like, my response to those who say Mofa is not mine. You see? That's already attractive. Oh, we didn't know Mofa is not his? Oh yeah, I've always said this. Mofa is not his. I want to know. So you're gonna click on the video. And another example, I said something along the lines of let me go to another video. Is Durban July a scam? You see, got a lot of people clicking on the video. Is Durban July a scam? You see, that's attractive. That attracts people. The description but the title that you title your video. But also, guys, something that attracts people a lot as well is thumbnails. Thumbnails are very important. You can see that when I started, I used to record from my phone, post these videos. But now as I'm growing, I'm starting to put in more efforts in creating this content where we're getting good quality cameras, where now I've got thumbnails. Thumbnails, if you look at them, let's go back to my platform. You look at thumbnails of the 5 a.m. club. Gym is directly proportional to my bank balance. 7 AI tools to recommend. The number one rule in investing. Money is not a sign of intelligence. Generational wealth is more than just money. Do you know what I mean? Like an attractive title, but again, thumbnail. But at the same time, depending if you want to show your face on your channel, you don't have to show your face, but whatever you title on your thumbnail, whatever you write on your channel or on your thumbnail is what's going to attract people to click on the video. So that is extremely, extremely important. I was just giving you some examples of some of my previous thumbnails. Did you guys know that 80% of your video success lies in the titles and thumbnails if you get them right? And if you craft a catchy title and an eye-grabbing thumbnail is very crucial to your YouTube domination. Do not neglect that. I know that in the beginning I just started recording videos, and if you can go to a lot of these videos, some of them have got 100,000 views, some of them have got 200,000 views, some of them got 10,000 views, 5,000 views, 20,000 views. But they didn't have thumbnails. But it's because of how I titled those videos. But as you keep growing your platform, you keep making a little bit of money here and there, invest in a better quality camera. Invest in platforms like about Canva, where you can learn how to do your own thumbnails so that you can attract people to your platform or to your videos, get them clicking in. All right, another note that I put down here is use a strong CTA. What is a strong CTA? Now, after viewers watch your video, guide them elsewhere in your content ecosystem. Use a call to action. That's what CTA stands for. Call to action to take them to your, either for those who are selling newsletters, for those who are affiliates to other companies. To say, I'm sure you guys hear a lot of YouTubers say, click the link in the description, it'll take you there. They might not have sold that product on Amazon, but because they spoke about it and they know that you want that product, they say, oh, by the way, just click that link in the description for any of those that are interested in buying that. It'll take you to Amazon straight with my affiliate link over there. Use my affiliate link. What are they doing? They're transferring you to elsewhere where they're now making money. They are not only monetizing their channel, but they're affiliates of other companies, and they're sending their audiences there where they can be able to make extra money. And for every item that is bought using their link, they're making money. And remember, guys, these videos are going to be up here forever, up until you decide to delete it. So for as long as the video is up, for as long as people keep watching, they'll go down there to those links and click. And for as long as they're buying on Amazon, you get your cut. Whatever your affiliate percentage agreement is with that company, whether it's Impact, whether it's Amazon, whether it's clickbank.com, whatever affiliate program you belong to, whether it's takealot.com, but you do know that at least they're in my ecosystem. Even though they've gone to another website, they're using my affiliate link. I'm making money. I'm benefiting. Other people like me, I'll send people to my TikTok, or I'll send people to my Instagram, or like this is my personal YouTube channel. I've just been speaking about my podcast, The Hustler's Corner. Now I'm already indirectly promoting my podcast. I'm indirectly promoting The Hustler's Corner. And then you'll see in the description, I'll put the link on The Hustler's Corner so people can click. Because you need to remember, some people just bump into these videos, they might not be subscribed to The Hustler's Corner. It doesn't mean because they're on this channel, they're subscribed that side. I'm actually even speaking to yourself. If you haven't subscribed to The Hustler's Corner platform, click that link and subscribe and become a part of the family next door on The Hustler's Corner. You see? So I'm indirectly promoting my podcast as well. So that's what I mean by saying keep these people in your ecosystem. Some of you guys are going to have like books. You probably have got your own book that you write. Like me, I've got books. So I can put in a link that takes you to my book. I can put in a link that takes you to my free course if I'm giving maybe educational content, and maybe I want to keep you in my ecosystem. I want you reading my books. I want you drinking my energy drink. I want you shopping using my affiliate links. I want you, if you're not on this platform, to be on my podcast. I want you listening to my podcast. I want you in my ecosystem so that every time, remember guys, how YouTube works and how this internet thing works, it works with algorithms. Have you ever seen that you've clicked on a certain YouTube channel, even though you didn't subscribe, but you've just clicked on one video? The next time you come back to YouTube, even if it's 2 or 3 days later, or even a week later, it'll sort of suggest or recommend videos from that channel, even if you're not subscribed to. Why is it doing that? Because you once clicked on that video, you once clicked in that ecosystem. So that's what it does. Now, when I am keeping you in my ecosystem, I know that behind the scenes, the YouTube algorithms are doing their magic, because they can see it. Oh, he clicked on his personal YouTube. Oh, she clicked on his podcast. Oh, now you know what I mean? Like they can pick up, because they can somehow even follow your data when you do that the data analytics. They can even see. Have you ever even seen, even lately, they even use AI bots where you're like, hey guys, I'm hungry, you know? The next thing you know, 2 minutes later, you look at your phone, boom, there's an ad, a food advert that comes up on your phone. You're like, how did they know? Or you're talking about KFC or Nando's. The next thing you're seeing it come on your screen. Why? Because they are using the intelligence of AI, and then algorithms pick up your speech and they pick up some of the things that people click on. So they try as much as they can to keep the people in the ecosystem. Guys, remember, YouTube wants people staying on YouTube for as long as possible. And let me also mention this statistic that a lot of people don't know, that South Africans are now the biggest addicts of the internet. We stay on the internet the longest than any other country in the world. We stay for an average of at least 9.5 hours a day. All right, let's continue. You can also promote your other social media platforms. So as soon as you post say I posted my episode of the Hustlers Corner, you'll see that the episode is long. It's like an hour long or an hour and a half long. Sometimes we do 2-hour episodes, but then you'll see clips of that episode on my other social media platforms. You'll see clips on TikTok. You'll see clips on Twitter. You'll see clips on Instagram, on Instagram stories. Why are you seeing all of that? Because now I'm cutting up my content so that I can use my social media to bring traffic back to the podcast right here. That's what you guys need to do. After you post your content, make sure that you click it up, especially those parts that have got some sort of punchlines where you feel when you post it on other platforms, you might attract people to come through. And if you can, use good quality videos, use things like thumbnails. You've seen people, as they speak English like this, it's writing thumbnails there. Like, those are some of the things that can attract people to your platform. As much as it's a clip, but it's got subtitles as well. And then people, oh, well, I want to see the rest of the video. You've seen some people say that on TikTok. You've seen some people say that on Twitter. You've seen some people say that on Instagram. I want to see the rest of the video. You've seen some people say that on Facebook. And then the rest of the video, where is it? It's on YouTube. Now they come to YouTube to watch the whole thing. So use your social media as a marketing tool for the content that you're posting up on your YouTube. So a strong call to action, guys, will turn your average viewer into a true fan and a loyal follower. Be your own promoter. What I've just said. Promote your stuff. Cross-promote your channels. Promote your Facebook on your TikTok, promote your Instagram on your YouTube, promote your YouTube on all these, cross-promote your platforms amongst one another. Use your social media platforms to promote your YouTube. Suggest another video once they finish. Just like now, I was telling you guys about my previous content, telling you about my previous thumbnails. What if there's a viewer out there who's watching this video and they've heard me speak about 7 AI tools to use? Now they want to go click on that video. So you can promote your previous content or your old content as well. These are some of the things that one has been doing to grow the Hustlers Corner. Suggesting videos, it's very important. Build more trust. Let the people trust you. Be punctual. Every time when I did not post videos at a certain time, when people are expecting my video to go up at 12 on a Monday, at 12 on a Wednesday, at 12 on a Friday, even right here on my personal YouTube, some of you guys have skipped 1 or 2 days where I didn't post the 5 a.m. club. You guys were mad at me. Like, Don't we have the 5 a.m. club today? What happened? You see, you need to develop trust with your audience. Your audience needs to know you are always there. You are always punctual. You are always posting on time. And then slowly that develops trust. They start trusting you. Even when you start talking about other things, people trust you. People like myself, at least, are in a better position because South Africans have known me for many years and they've had to trust a person like me. That's why I can come sell you guys energy drinks. It's become the fastest growing energy drink brand now in the continent. I've come, sold you my books. They're all bestsellers. I've just finished a new one, by the way, that's coming out in October. I've come, sold you guys music. But because you guys have developed trust in me, when I promote Ekasi Noble Property Development and I say go to ekasinobleproperties.com, ekasinobleproperties.com, you guys go there. And I've seen a lot of you guys who have bought stands at our estates with Ekasi Noble Property Development. You are people who have been following my work for many years. Why did you end up buying or investing in property at Ekasi Noble Property Development? You didn't know Ekasi Noble Property Development, but you knew me and you trusted me. It could have been a different story if you didn't trust me. Like, Sbu, we're not sure, we don't know. But you trust me. Now Ekasi Noble Properties has got like over 200 investors. Why? Because majority of them, people, maybe they hear my voice on the ads on Kaya FM, or Sbu is a part of it. They hear Sbu talking about it on his social media, posting it on his social media. Okay, then we'll do our own due diligence, get our lawyers, get second opinions, etc. But okay, if this guy is a part of it, he's a guy we can trust, then we can go there. So develop trust amongst your audiences as well. And then that's how you get to, over time, create a strong fan base. You must also increase their watch time. Those are some of the things that I'll do on the podcast. Have you seen when you click on the podcast, in the beginning it's got that hook, but as it hooks you, it's not like when the episode starts and I introduce the guest, that's the first thing they're going to say. No. You find that that hook is only said maybe on the 27th minute. So you're going to have to watch this episode for another almost 30 minutes for you to get to that part that maybe you clicked on that video for. So it's very important to keep them watching longer. It's like even on the radio, we call it time spent listening. We call it TSL on radio. And an average TSL on radio is 15 minutes. Don't expect that people are listening to you the whole hour when you're a radio DJ. People have got their own lives to live. At least at most, you've got 15 minutes where people are listening to you on the radio. Yes, some people will listen for the whole time, but sometimes it's just radio playing in the background. It's not like they're listening to everything that the radio DJ is saying. So yes, hook people on, but say things that you're also going to say later. Things like about coming up. Oh, by the way, later we're going to be talking about 1, 2, 3, and 4. Actually, we'll talk about that later. But for now, guys, and then I'm engaging them now. But I've already mentioned what I'll be talking about later. So just to hook them so that they stay longer, because I want them longer on my platform. And YouTube supports you. It wants people staying on YouTube longer. So that's how you get to increase your watch time. Because if you watch your analytics behind the scenes, you'll see that if you've got a longer watch time, even when you've monetized your videos, YouTube does consider the fact that people watch you for how long. And that also contributes into how they pay you. You are doing them a favor by guiding them to another similar video. That's how you must make your audiences feel. Make them feel like you're doing them a favor. Make them feel like you're here to serve them. When you listen to people like Abu McG will tell you that I do this for the chillers. It's not like I'm asking all these questions because it's me. It's the chillers. They want these questions answered. So I'm asking on their behalf. That's why he's got a loyal following. The chillers always support him. Why? Because they know that this is our guy. This guy will ask the most uncomfortable questions that other people like about DJ Sbu or other podcasts, they will not ask. But we know McG will ask those questions. That's why he's got a loyal fan base with his people. Why? Because he serves them. You do the same as well on your platform. Those are some of the things that one has had to do to develop a fan base for the Hustlers Corner as well. Because we're all different human beings. But at the same time, as much as you make them feel like you're doing them a favor, they must see that you are here to serve them. It's not necessarily doing them a favor like as if I'm saying it from a position of being arrogant. No. You are their servant in a positive way. You're here to serve them what their needs are. That's why I'd say things like, guys, say on the Hustlers Corner, what other type of guests would you like to see us interviewing? And then they'll write there on the comment section, and then I'll read their suggestions, and then we'll go look for those type of guest. And there is no price tag for content that will change someone's life. That's why I love educational, positive, motivational, inspirational, educational content. That's what we focus on the Hustlers Corner. Hasn't been easy for any positive, clean, educational podcast to grow because they're not controversial. But sometimes God is so great that sometimes I look at the podcast and I'm like, wow, I can't believe we're now on 200,000 subscribers. Why? Because one has been of service to the actual audience, and one has been creating educational content. You know, some people will say, yeah, but the sound is like this, yeah, but the quality could be better. But why do they still come back? Because of the type of content that you give them. The content is quality. They can see you're bringing them conversations that they would like to learn from or they would like to have. And then again, guys, it's all about execution from start to finish. Each stage plays a critical role in sustaining viewer engagement and boosting your YouTube success. Follow the script system consistently. You'll be well on your way to creating compelling and compounding content from start to finish, guys. It's all about execution. Other people overthink things. Other people overanalyze. Other people overplan. Execution, execution, execution. Act, act, act. I always say that, guys. ACT, action changes things. That's all I wanted to say on this video. I would like to encourage you guys and say, this is your time. You can build a platform for yourself. At some point, you can monetize it. They can start paying you at some point when you've gotten an accumulative number of watch hours and a minimum of at least 1,000 subscribers. And then you are consistently posting content. You have to keep your viewers engaged. And then YouTube will start paying you through what they would call an AdSense account. And there's a video on everything or anything you'd like to know on YouTube. There's a how-to video on anything. So how to choose a niche, how to build a successful YouTube channel, how to monetize my YouTube channel, how to. So if I've not covered anything that you'd like to know right now, you can go back to that YouTube search engine and just go how to, whatever you'd like to know. I wish you guys all of the best. You can build a career for yourself. You can end up even selling merchandise. You can end up becoming an affiliate, selling other people's products. You can have a voice in society. You can become an influencer yourself. You can become a credible voice in whatever niche or space that you're in just by using YouTube. It can be an amazing tool that can change your life forever. Have a great day, guys. I appreciate you. I'll see you again tomorrow, the 5 a.m. Club. Danko.